We are at the trailhead. The trail mobile has been parked, and we have the last load loaded on the Black River Toboggan. Like I said, this is our second load, and we will head off and show you the campsite that we found. We've got some snow bombs attacking. Anyway, we'll get hooked up and we'll show you the way. A bit of a status where we're at and where we're going. I've disconnected because we've got to go down that little ramp, and I don't want to be run over by the toboggan, so we're going to disconnect, let it go on its own, make sure that Cooper stays out of the way, and we are headed off through there. And a hint, if you can hear it, I hear running water. And of course, we have blue skies. Okay, I want to get headed in the right direction here. I know it's a little dark, but we're in the shade of trees. So go ahead, guide this along here a little bit. And like I said, the toboggan is headed down there. Straighten it out here. Give it a little push. There it goes. And away it goes. Cooper, being a good boy, he's going, how did it do that? And he stayed out of the way. So we'll pick it back up and keep heading out there. So here's the trail that we cut in. These are our tracks. We're looking at maybe I don't know, I would say 2 feet of snow. See if I can get turned around here and show you how the toboggan's tracked in here. Cooper knows the way. Welcome to our campsite. Like I said, we already brought out a first load, and there that is. Cooper's watching over it. Thank you, bud. Toboggan bringing out a second load. And while we were here with our first load, we went ahead and stamped out a flat area for the hot tent. So there you see it here. Let's give you a quick little panorama where we're at here. Reason for choosing this site, wanted to be exposed to the sun for the longest period of time, and except for being behind those trees right now, we are going to see the sun for the rest of the afternoon. And again, another hint, you can hear the water. Of course, where else would I camp? And we will show that to you next. Well, we couldn't wait to show you. The best part of it is over here. This is what I was looking for. And this is all ours. There is nobody else out here. So this is going to be home for the next 3 days, 2 nights. Brought the hot tent, the wood stove. We'll show it to you, all of it. So we have plenty of time here together. In a nutshell, here's all the gear we brought. Tent, stove, some assured dried wood. This is all sitting on a sheet of Tyvek that's folded. That'll be the base of our floor on our tent. Milk crate, even brought the camera tripod. We are going to go ahead and set up the tent. I'll go ahead and put that together. Okay, so the tent is stored in that snowboard bag. And Cooper has found himself a dry spot, namely on top of the tent. And again, he's picking off ice balls. They build up on his paws and around his legs, so he's picking those off. He won't let me take them off. I've tried, and he just doesn't want me to do it. He'd much rather do it. So there's the tent, and we are going to get that set up. Thought I'd just spare you some of the details, but got a snow built up all along the snow skirt. I've got a tie out line off the back of the tent, and that keeps the tent from collapsing inward. And then I have the same thing here on the front. Another tie out on the front, and I've got this closed off on that side, so I know always to exit over to the right, so I won't run into this tie out. And then snow skirt built up all along this side too. I'm going to do a tie out right there and tie out on the other side, and then that's where the stove jack is, and that's what we are going to do next, is put together the stove, and I'll show you some of that as well. So this is what it's looking like for the outside. And we will get the stove going here in just a bit. Let's build a wood stove, shall we? That's the base I'm going to use as a float on top of the snow, since we're on top of about 2 feet of snow, so we don't sink too far into the snow. That'll kind of help to keep the stove up. There's the stove jack. You've seen my other videos, so those are the main components of the stove: the top, bottom, front, sides, back, and the titanium stovepipe. You know, that's a small roll of about, what, 2 feet? And rolled out lengthwise, that gives us a 6-foot stovepipe. So all that weighs about 5 pounds, and it's pretty much ready to put together right now. So what do you see, huh? So we're out here to do the stovepipe. It goes through there, the stove jack. And the best way to do this is to just roll it out, and you'll see what I mean. And what I'm doing is I'm going to take off the keeper ring. So that just pops off like that. Okay, and there's that 2-foot roll of titanium. And to turn it into a 6-foot stovepipe, you just, here we go. You see that? A 6-foot stovepipe. And you have a series of these keeper rings that you just put down all the way down the series, or down the length. And that creates your stable stovepipe. Look at that. So we'll just do those about every 6 inches, and you'll see the rest of it here in just a bit. There is the stovepipe, and that of course goes into the stove jack. And simply remove that, pull this flap up, and there's the hole for the stove jack, and the stove should be right about there. There it is. So we'll go ahead and get that put together as well. So let me tell you how we came upon this spot in particular. We are actually on the east side of the Cascade Mountains, more or less considered eastern Washington. And the lake that we were going to, the one that we had scouted several weeks ago, well, that was going to be an impossibility because it had just recently snowed 10 feet in 10 days. So that lake was pretty much out as our hot tent site. So we happened on the forecast for this part of the state, and things have been a bit more calm, not as much snow, even though we do have quite a bit here. Not 10 feet in 10 days. So we wanted to do a hot tent, so we chose this area instead, and we are really enjoying it. Turned out to be great. And even though it's supposed to snow for about 2 inches in the next couple days, we can easily manage that. We have studded snow tires on the trailhead car, so not a problem. We went out and found some firewood, and I loaded it up on the poke sled, or I'm sorry, the toboggan, and brought it here. So we've been cutting some of this up for just extra firewood during the day. We weren't going to burn during the day, but decided, heck, since we're pretty much staying inside the tent, that we would go ahead and use this. And it's worked out great, actually. It's all dried. It doesn't need any splitting, just saw off sections and throw it right in the wood stove.